Here we're asked to analyze an ellipse based on the endpoints of its axes and deduce various things about it. So certainly the best way to start off is probably to sketch the things we know to see if it tells us anything. So we'll need a standard graph, and then we should plot the things that we end up knowing from here. For instance, the major axis has endpoints at 3, minus 2, so 3 over and 2 down, and 3, 6, which is 3 over and 6 up. So that's our major axis. And our minor axis is at 1, 2, and 5, 2. So that's our minor axis. This allows us to sketch the ellipse pretty quickly, or at least it's a really quick idea of where it goes, something like that, which wasn't asked for directly, but will be useful. And then we can go tackling the rest of the questions here. So A, is the ellipse vertical or horizontal? Well, it's pretty easy to see from the sketch that it is vertical because the major axis is vertical. If we hadn't sketched it, then we'd have had to identify that the major axis has endpoints that are at the same value of x, which means that it's a vertical line. Right? And then B, what is the center of the ellipse? Well, that's actually now ridiculously easy because it's where the axes cross. So we can just go and read that the center of the ellipse is here, which is 3 over and 2 up. Again, this was made way easy by sketching it. If we hadn't sketched it, then we can say that the center is at the place where the coordinates have repeated. So we have a repeated x of 3, and we have a repeated y of 2. So our center is at 3, 2. And then finally, writing the equation of ellipse, once you have A and B, it's pretty easy. We can see from the graph that A is 3 and B is 2. So now we can write our standard equation, which is x minus h over, in this case, b, because it's a vertical ellipse. And then we have, of course, squared plus y minus k over a, the semi-major axis here, squared equals 1. And again, we have that because this is a vertical ellipse, so we know that the major axis is associated with y. In general, we can say that the fact that the major axis is vertical means that a is associated with the vertical variable, which is y. And then we can put this together to say that we have x minus 3 over 2, quantity squared, plus y minus 2 over 3, quantity squared, equals 1. And that's the standard equation for this ellipse.